everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James. Thanks for coming back. In this tutorial, we're just finishing up the little tidbits of my face, and I'm going to show you how I do my highlighting and my lips. Lips are actually really hard to do, and a lot of people to this day still struggle with lips because your character depends on what size you're going to actually make your lips. And I'll show you how I do my lips, and let's sit back and get tight. Let's get fabulous! Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James, and in this tutorial we're going to be doing the last and final touches to this glamour face, and this is gonna actually end my makeup session of how I do my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do my highlighting. I'm going to show you how I do my lips. Those are really simple things that don't take very long at all, and those are like the last little final touches, and I'll show you how I do them. And so get ready and let's get started. And before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much, and let's get fabulous. So in this tutorial, we're gonna need a few lists of various essentials. You're gonna need the lipstick of your choice, that's what I'm gonna recommend. I'm gonna do a red lip. I also use a blush, and this is just Milani, it's Walmart, it's like $5. I also use a MAC. I also blend my contour with my blush, and so that is MAC right there for you. I'm also using a highlighter, which is the Anastasia Moonchild palette, and then I'm using a whole bunch of various brushes, big brushes this time. So you go and you start out by pretty much going and looking at all your stuff and getting everything situated as far as your brushes and getting more organized on your table. And in this segment, I'm going to go ahead and start taking the MAC contour, and I'm going to go recarve out my cheeks all over again because they kind of fade away when you go ahead and you do your foundation. And then I just do this personally because I like to have a very pink cheek, but at the very same time I also like to have a very deep contour. So I like to focus in on this contour just a little bit, and it goes better with my skin tone. Just like that, we're just going in and recarving those cheeks out, and we are going to get ready to look fabulous, and we are bringing our cheeks out is what this is doing. And so when you're in front of a whole bunch of lights, what they do is they see this carved cheek versus your real cheeks. Now, because I like a very deep pink cheek, I like to use just a really basic blush. You know, it doesn't need to be too expensive, but I use Milani and I go right over my contour with it. And so what that does is it kind of ties in the pink blush with your contour, but in this case, like most girls, they just put it on their cheeks. I kind of just put it all over, just to make that pink really come out with the brown. And there you go. I'm going into the other side as well, just dabbing on my cheeks. So now I'm going and getting ready to do my highlighting, and so my shimmering and make it really sparkly. So I'm using the Moonchild palette by Anastasia Cosmetics. We got this at Marshall's. It was like $5 or $6. And we use our big brush and we go over our contour with the colors so they give an iridescent shine. And I want to kind of give it a little rainbow look, so I'm going to start with a dark gradient, and I'm going to go and move it up to being a more light gradient so it just really catches in the lights. I'm not sure if you're really supposed to go and brush it on or kind of tap it on or anything like that. I actually go ahead and just rub it in, and then that's how I do it, and it just gives you this really brilliant shine. And I'm just doing a little spot right here because I'm going to use a total of 3 different colors on my cheeks, just to give myself a very vibrant effect, and then I'm going to blend it later. But this is how I started out first, and we're going to go ahead and give myself some really radiant looks. I always believe in going and having a very different look that also really matches the outfit that you wear. I believe that, you know, you need to go ahead and your outfit needs to match some part of your face in some way or another. So in the after video, you'll see what I mean by this highlighting effect, because I have a reversible outfit and it does change color. So I'm kind of blending both sides in to make it match both sides. Now you go ahead and you take your flat brush and you go, or your fan brush actually is what it's called, and you go in and you dust off your Cupid's bow, and that's going to bring out, I'm going to use a very light shade with that one, and you're going to go ahead and dust it off, so it's going to make everything pop as far as your lips. It's going to bring a lot of attention to your lips. Ooh, those lips look so sultry. Ooh, I just want to see them again. Ooh, yeah, dust it off, dust it off. And that is actually how you go ahead and you do your highlighter. You want to always feel like they blend in right with your contour. And you don't want to go really below that, you just want to go right on that contour line. And it's going to blend in your highlight with your contour in the long run. So now we wave to the camera, and so in this part we're going to start the lips, and so I go ahead and just take my red shade and I start kind of doing my I kind of just start doing my lips, like highlighting all the on my regular lip. I just put it all over, and then just like so. And so there is a pretty bottom lip right there. So now we're going to go take it up. It's going to look kind of gross at first, because we're just going to go and outline the top, and that can be a little tricky because you are trying to make it look exactly correct. I'm taking a small brush now, and I'm actually going to begin the overdrawing process. And this is where it gets a little hard, is because as you get older, as you get, as you're trying to figure yourself out, how big and how small to draw your lips is really difficult. If you are looking for a very comedic look, you want to overdraw your lips a lot. If you have a longer face, you want to go ahead and draw your lips pretty big as well. And so what I tend to do is I just kind of go in just a little tiny bit, and in my thing I have, in my face I have a small lips on the sides, and so I kind of exaggerate that, and I just do a very, very small amount on the top heart-shaped part on my lips where the Cupid's bow meets. Just like that. That looks cute. That looks very sexy. So this is where it gets a little tricky because you're actually getting ready to draw the underside of your lip. And from my face, this is where I struggled with when I was learning how to do makeup. Only because how big and how small, that's the question. There's different kinds of lips. And you can make them however big or however small you want. You gotta just figure out what kind of works for your face, and it just takes a lot of practice. I would go ahead and recommend, if you're a new drag queen, if you're kind of getting into this look, I would go ahead and recommend using very cheap lipsticks. You don't need to go buy the MAC Cosmetics right away, and only use those for shows because makeup does get expensive, and so you want to go ahead and use your resources the best that you can. So then I'm taking a concealer and I'm covering up any little runoff that I did or any uneven lines. I'm trying to go ahead and cover up what I do. So and make them super even that way. So it cleans it up and it makes it look like there's nothing, like you made no mistakes. So after this step, you just go back, after you're done with the concealer, you just go back and you refine what you did to make it look super even and fabulous. And in this part, you can't really see what I'm doing specifically, but I'm gonna be going ahead and taking the Clown White, the cream by Ben Nye, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and just dab a little bit on my bottom lip, and I'm gonna kind of just blend it in, mush my lips together, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a pink gradient, but it also creates a great highlight, and it makes your lips really pop. So this is typically how you get a typical Candace lip. I don't do too much on my lips, but I want to do it just enough to pop. You can go ahead and add darker eyeshadows to go ahead and make your to make a different color. You can go ahead and, or even deeper, you can go ahead and add glitter to your lips to give it a very sparkly effect. You can do whatever you want to go and do and whatever you feel comfortable doing. Drag is all about what makes you comfortable, and you know, you're putting on a show. So thank you guys so much for watching my tutorials. I really appreciate you guys. And this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much. This is actually a really fun little tutorial, and all these little colors kind of come into play. I have on this costume, but this costume also does change to blue if I do so. So that's why I have so many different colors of highlighter and so many different colors on my eyes. I was like, it just kind of just went with the flow. And I'm so excited that you guys came back, and thank you for your continuous support. This is the last final video as far as like a basic makeup tutorial goes for me. And now we're gonna get into sewing challenges, and I'm super stoked about that. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and continue to watch because I really enjoy this stuff, and I know you guys do out there too. Thank you guys so much for coming back, and let's get fabulous!